Sean Hammond with Premier Guitar. We're at Winter NAMM 2020 at the Empress Effects booth talking to Mitch. We got Cody on guitar. I gotta say, Mitch, your booth rules. Like, come on, they're Legos. It's built of Legos. And we'll get to that later. I wanted to start off with like us busting through the wall here like Kool-Aid Man, but you're gonna do that tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah, at the end of the show. We'll see.
Okay, so the new thing you guys brought to the show is this compressor, right? You want to tell us about it and explain what it does with like all the controls and stuff?
Yeah, this is our compressor Mark II. So our old compressor was a different form factor, and what we did was we asked our user base like what they wanted to see in a compressor, and we made those changes in our new one. Our old compressor was about 9 years old, so it was about time to update it. And yeah, so now it has top mount jacks. It has a side chain input with the high pass filter now built in the side chain, and then it has optional filtering. You can filter at 120 hertz or 240 hertz with a dip switch here. There's also now a tilt EQ knob. We've added that so the treble and the bass will tilt, and you can adjust that. It's labeled as tone, but it does. That's what our tone knob does.
So you mean by tilt? Do you want to explain what you mean? Do you mean that like as one increases, the other reduces?
Right. So you've got your bass goes up, and your treble goes down, or your treble goes up and your bass goes down.
Did the previous one have these LED meters on the side?
It did, but the LED meters did not, they overlapped. So your input and your gain reduction would overlap in yellow, but now that we've split them apart, so your input lights up on the bottom and your gain reduction lights up on top, and they don't switch, or they don't overlap, so it's a lot easier to see in a live setting what each one is doing.
Now, should we have Cody play a little bit and you demonstrate some different settings? Would that be the most efficient way to give people a good idea what it does?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. What are we going to set it to first?
How do you want to? Let's
just a bit of like a neutral setting. So we'll put the mix all the way up full so that you can, get an idea of like what it would sound like with full compression. So we got medium attack, medium release.
We hear the bypass tone so we have sort of a reference point too.
So you can hear that it's adding a bit of snap. That's the bypass tone, and then so with a little bit of a longer attack time, you're getting more of that snap coming through. So. And even if you want to squash it even more, you can go 10-1. So there's some really poppy stuff, great for the chicken picking guys.
Any other sounds you want to show us?
Yeah, so we can kind of demonstrate the tone EQ a little bit. So you can add some top end, and it cleans up the bottom a bit. That's the tilt. Yeah, so it's a nice subtle thing. It's not going to completely throw your tone all out of whack, but just balances things out a bit. And then you can add the high pass filter on the side chain. That way, like if you're really compressing hard, all of your low frequencies really creating a lot of gain reduction. You can filter some of that low frequency out of the side chain, and now your low frequency is going to sound a bit bigger, but then when you still bite in, it's going to just, squash down on those notes that jump out at you.
Any other sounds you want to show us, or should we tell people where to go online to find out more?
Yeah, I think that's it.
So I guess before we do that, you want to tell them how much it's going to be?
Yeah. So we're looking at, it's the same price, right?
Should be the same price, yeah.
Yeah, we're looking at $249, yeah.
Now before we go and tell them all the other stuff, look at this, guys. So not only is their booth made of giant Legos, but they actually paid an engineer. What are these, like Connects or something?
I think so.
They paid an engineer to build these cool little holders for their pedals, and it took them like a whole day.
Yeah. That's what our engineers are doing now, is just building Legos.
They are dedicated to their aesthetics. Look at this color coordination. Anyway, tell everyone where to go online to find out more.
EmpressEffects.com.
On
our
socials and
product
stuff?
page. Yeah, you can follow us on Instagram at Empress Space Effects, and there's more information there. We'll be posting more about it in the near future.
Sweet.
And in about 3 months, it should be out in about 3 months' time.
Cool. Also available in silver, right?
Yeah, I think we're going to try to give people an option between the silver enclosure and the blue enclosure.
Cool. All right, thanks Cody, thanks Mitch, thanks
Yeah.
for joining us guys. Be sure to subscribe before you go so you don't miss out on any more NAMM videos. Later.